What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Automated Community System. This is exactly how I generate free leads and customers every single day without the cold, sleazy DMs, without having to live in your DMs all day, without having to chase and do a bunch of outbound nonsense, without having a huge ad budget, without content grinding, posting 4 times a day, hoping to hack the algorithm and go viral, nor having a big audience, right? This is everything I've learned over the last 10 years of being in business, spending over 250K of my own money to get clients for myself, and then over 2.5 million of my clients' money that I've managed. So this is a system that is constantly being refined. And my goal isn't to convince you of anything, it's to simply show you what's working right now in 2025. And the goal is simple here. It's to go from being the lone fisherman, right? Going out there in the marketplace, gathering your pole, your bait, your hook, getting out there in the proverbial DMs every day, hoping to catch some fish. And you need leverage instead of just being out there all by yourself, very inefficient. The goal is to be like this guy with a backward shirt on, right? AI images, whatever. You get the point. Lots of leverage where you have a system that is constantly catching fish for you, where you're not having to do it all yourself. You can sit back and watch the fish jump into your trap. Okay. So that is leverage and that is efficiency. And that's everything that I've sought to optimize over the last 10 years. I've failed a lot. So I'm going to show you what's not working and it's traditional book a call funnels or relying on organic. I'm going to walk you through all of that. But first, real quick, this is for you if you're an online coach, a service provider, agency owner, a mentor, consultant. Basically, you sell stuff online and you help people in a client basis and you sell something, kind of expensive or even low ticket. This will work for you. This is the main marketing mechanism in my overall freedom system that we install into businesses to get you to at least 20K a month profit and then 100K a month. But like Patrick here, you may relate. He's an online fitness coach, but this will work in any niche. Getting our help, he made 6K upfront in sales in his first 3 weeks. And then eventually over the next 6 months or so, we helped him get to 50K a month through this strategy, which includes paid ads. Quick little backstory so you know a little bit about who you're listening to right now. My name is Adam. I owned a gym from 2010 to 2019. This is really where I learned how to run ads. I struggled a lot, but when I learned how to run ads and create offers, my business blew up. I created an offer for adults 50 and older, and that blew up all through ads and got me to 10K a month and actually enabled me to sell my gym for 120 grand. Nothing crazy, but that was life-changing money for me at the time. And then in 2019, I started an online marketing agency. I took those skills that I learned with paid advertising and started helping other gym owners, other online coaches like Barbara here, spend $6 grand on ads, generate 1,200 leads and 135 sales at $199 a month, implementing these types of systems. So that's over 20K in recurring revenue. Also worked with Alex Hormozy. You may or may not know him. That was during COVID. He actually helped save my online agency during that time period. That was really good getting to learn from him. My ultimate flex, though, is free time. As you can see, Freedom Creators. I'm all about freedom. I don't care about building a business that does $1 million a month or 100K a month if my profit's like 10% and I'm a slave to the business and I have no free time. Okay, and that would suck. And I've done a little bit of that. But my ultimate flex here is going on a 6-month road trip where I only had to work 4 hours a week and I was still taking home 10 to 15K a month and had a lean team to build what I call the freedom business so you can live the free life. Okay. Hit a 5X ROAS with this type of system, spending money on ads. This is like version 1 using a book a call funnel, right? Like, cool, we hit 47K, 42K the month before that. The problem was, and this is where I really want to break down why this old way isn't as efficient, meaning there's a lot of waste, meaning there is a lot of stress. And that's what I experienced. Maybe you've experienced the same thing if you've been running ads to like a VSL funnel or a book a call funnel. The profit margins are low. If you're scaling, you have a big team, you got to pay a setter, you got to pay a closer. That was my case back in 2023, spending 10 grand a month and, enabled me to make that much money, but our profit margins were low, like less than 30%. Okay. And then we had no nurture mechanism. I had this short-term mindset where I just created these buy or die sales environment where these leads that I generated would either buy from me or they end up dying. And there was no long term mindedness. I wasn't building an audience. I was either, hey, buy my stuff or see you later. And nowadays, there's just a lot of distrust. Maybe you've heard the good old trust recession that we're in. And these older ways are just not working as good as they used to. I mean, it was always hard to build trust in a short amount of time. So, what we did as marketers, we used guarantees, right? Use some crazy guarantee. But that only further caused this trust recession because all of these crazy guarantees, like it sounded so good, but then you realize they weren't actually legit. They didn't actually fulfill their word. A lot of people have been burned, and that creates a lot of distrust. So nowadays, it's harder now more than ever to get through, to get someone to know, like, and trust you, which is really the first step. And one of the worst parts of this type of funnel, which I experienced, was having to take sales calls all day, every day. I don't know about you, but I do not find that appealing. It is an energy drain for me to hop on calls with people that don't know, like, and trust me. That I'm not into selling and doing hard convincing or manipulative tactics. I just don't vibe with that. So I shut that down. I was like, I'm not doing this. There's got to be a better way. So for a short while, I stopped running ads and I just relied solely on organic, doing YouTube videos, trying to do Instagram reels every day, posting multiple times a day. And that's important, right? You should have a daily content rhythm because it's important to build a personal brand. Like, this is how we build trust in this day and age. At the same time, the problem with just relying on organic is maybe your content just isn't getting seen, which is exasperating when you put all this effort into creating and then just the algorithm does not hook you up. All right. The algorithm gods reject you and it just does not show your stuff. That was my case. Like, I was creating Instagram reels and I was just like, oh man, maybe my content just sucks. And that's the worst when you come up with these beliefs that aren't even true. Because I found later, once I started driving traffic, people started engaging with it. It was just the problem with organic is people just don't see it. Okay. And then the other thing is just inconsistent revenue. It's hard to have any predictability when you're just relying on organic. It's just very slow. And then the worst thing is, like, I just got burnt out doing it. I just got burnt out and it was just no longer fun and was not sustainable. So for me, I'm always like, what's enjoyable? Because enjoyable is sustainable. How do I find leverage? So I went back to, running paid ads. And then I also jumped on the school community bandwagon, right? Which is a lot more benefits than cons. Being able to generate community members instead of leads is actually the way of the future, because community is what builds trust, where it's no longer just about you, but it's about bringing people together that have the same aspirations, the same goals. They're of the same mind, they have the same values, and we all help each other out. So school is a great platform to use to do that. For me, though, the problem was that I found is people don't value free. I had all these free courses, right? Oh, I'm going to deliver so much value, but nobody went through it. Nobody consumed it. And that's because people don't value free. You got to pay to play. So that leads me to the new way. Out of all of that, out of my experiences over the last 10 years, I really came up with like 4 core components, which is leveraging ads, automation, community, and strategic content. And when I started doing this, I started pre-selling my potential clients. So I didn't have to do any selling on a sales call because marketing did the job for me. But this is really what enabled me to start generating leads and customers every single day. Enabled me to close without sales calls. I just launched a community and did not do a single sales call with anybody. And then if you are doing sales calls using this system, it allows you to do it very short because they already know, like, and trust you. This enables predictable growth because you have ads that are consistently driving traffic. And then your show rates, man, this is the best part of, like, no more like 30% show rates. It's like usually 90% because, once again, they've already gone through your marketing process. They know you, like, you, trust you. They're just way more likely to show up because they're looking forward to talking with you. And then this is really how you attract aligned clients, people that you want to work with. Okay? Because there's nothing worse than attracting people that are like completely don't vibe with you, don't have your values, don't even see eye to eye on the way you do business. Like, that just makes no sense. Once again, I'm here to build a business that is in alignment and is fun. So here's the system. Let's break it down. Let's dive in. We use paid ads. Okay. Simple one-stop shop paid ads from Facebook and Instagram. We use organic content, YouTube. We use automation. I have this cool automation software to drive traffic to our lead offer, right? We need an offer to get people onto our list. That's like step one. And that should be a very simple painkiller, something that they can take right now and alleviate some pain, right? So your lead offer should be something that alleviates pain, gives them a solution, and then sells them on who you are, your values. So we use what's called a mini VSL, kind of like what you're watching right now for a lead offer. So that's step one. You drive them to that landing page. 30-40% of the people that land here are going to give you their email. So they raise their hand and say, yes, you can communicate with me. Now we have their email and they're on our email list. Immediately after that, we send them to a customer offer. This is really where it gets good. This is where you recapture your ad spend. Right. So let's say you spend 10 grand on ads. Even if you make 5 grand back on this customer offer, you are winning, right? Most likely 80% of your ad spend can be recouped, and even up to 120% that I've seen. So if you spend 10K and you make 10K back, that is the purpose of the customer offer. And that is what I call efficiency. Instead of going straight from lead offer VSL to your core offer, right? Your high ticket thing, which is high friction, that includes a lot of selling. You're going to have to do a lot of convincing on that call, right? Because people are cold. It takes time. Like statistics show that they need at least 7 hours of content consumed in order to fully know, like, and trust you. So we want to automate that. We want to leverage that so that you can be making sales in your sleep. So this customer offer is usually anywhere from $50 to $100. 8% of those leads, 8 to 15% are going to purchase. And then, of course, not everybody that lands on there is going to purchase. So that's why we have their email. We have a deadline email sequence. None of this fake urgency stuff either. That's an actual 3-day, 72-hour offer that you make to hook somebody up to get them to take action. So this is huge. Whatever email provider you use, I use Go High Level. You can set this up very easily. Okay, so that is the customer offer. So another thing on customers, there's this thing called prospect inertia, right? So what is in motion tends to stay in motion. When someone pays you, they tend to continue to want to pay you if your stuff is good. So now we're creating momentum towards this. Those micro yeses where someone buys something from you, they're like, oh, this was amazing. You build more trust, you build more value. And now we're talking about efficiency. Because all of those people, all of those leads that didn't buy your high ticket thing, like they 100%, at least 8% of them would have bought your $100 thing. And now you're recapturing your ad spend. Once again, that's the most amazing feeling in the world when you can just print cash. You can just build your audience for free. You can buy thousands of people every month, right? You spend 10 grand, you make 10 grand back. You generated 1,200 leads. Like that is automated community system right there. And then next step from that customer offer, we have another email sequence that sends them either to our offer doc or book a call, depending on what you prefer, what you're optimizing for, right? And then in that offer, we are selling our scalable, our intimate offer. Your scalable is like your community, your group coaching, right? Your intimate is like your one-on-one, your high ticket done for you service, whatever it is. And then lastly, we have our community, right? I'm always, like I said, efficiency. We have our community where we can once again nurture. This is where we host our customer offer, which, by the way, I use the mini course to do that. We have our daily essence content that we're posting in our school community. So we're creating engagement. We're facilitating community. By the way, this email sequence sends people to your community as well. And now you're filling your community, not with a bunch of freebies, not with a bunch of freeloaders, freebie hunters, whatever you want to call them, tire kickers that just want to pump you for information and just dip out. Yes, we still have some leads coming in here, but predominantly we're filling it with customers, with people that have already paid you. Okay. Once again, people that pay, they tend to pay attention. They respect what they paid for. They're going to get more results. And this becomes this virtuous cycle moving upward and moving toward you. So that is the automated community system. Hope that has helped. Here's an example of a product I was selling, SaaS Mode Code. I was generating traffic through ads and YouTube, 151 leads created, 61 of those purchased, 7 clients, high ticket clients created. All right, so that's an example of the SaaS Mode Code that I was selling. That's when I was purely just helping people start their Go High Level SaaS agency, right? And this is the same type of system that I have with my client, Kim. She's at more like 13K a month now. Another one of my clients here, DeMarcus, using the system to sell his high ticket community, his school community at $9.99. So he's crushing it there. Now, if you want the exact step by step, I do have an exclusive offer for you because I practice what I preach. Like I said, what I'm teaching, you're actually in it right now. So I have a deadline offer for you. It's 80% off for the next 72 hours. It's normally $500, but you can grab the full step-by-step automated community system for only $100. As you can see, I sell it in my school community for $500. This isn't some fake scarcity or urgency. You can come back to this landing page after 72 hours and you will not have the opportunity to purchase, because that's the way this cool website works, this landing page. The button to buy will literally disappear after the timer expires. Okay, so it's legit scarcity and urgency. What you're going to get is the perfect lead magnet, exactly how to structure a VSL like this to create an offer that converts 40 to 60% of traffic into leads, community members. Number two, you're going to get the customer creator, where it's just really about showing you how to create a customer offer, how to turn those leads into customers. I like to use a mini course, right? You can also take existing IP. If you already have a client curriculum, unbundle it, take a little piece out of that and turn that into a low ticket product. And this is going to create customers while you sleep. So this module here will show you exactly how to structure your customer offer. And then I'm going to show you the automatic ads system. This is how to launch simple Facebook IG ads that automatically bring in 5 to 10 new leads per day. So I'll show you how to launch those ads. And then the community activation guide. This is really the step-by-step how to set up your school community in a way that facilitates them going from point A, which is lead, to signing up for your high ticket offer, right? So you want to structure it in a way that is not confusing. It's seamless. I'll give you the step-by-step checklist on how to set up everything so that it runs smoothly, right? And then the one-click freedom system. This is my Go High Level snapshot that includes the landing page, right? All of the landing pages you need to run the system, and then all of the emails done for you. You just switch some things out, put in your offer, but the templated emails are there. You just one click, download it, and it will go straight into your Go High Level account. If you don't have Go High Level, this link will give you 30 days free. Lastly, you're going to get the money math tracker. This is my Google Sheet for tracking your numbers like a pro. What you measure, you can improve, right? So this will track all of your numbers, especially if you're running ads, know exactly how many leads are coming in, how many sales you made, how many clients you signed up. So ultimately, if you want $400 off, you want to grab this course for $100, you'll get immediate access to my school community, which is where the course is hosted. And within a week, you can have this system built out, you can have the ads launched, and you can have yourself an automated community system generating you free leads, customers, and clients every single day.